Man, the lens is crooked.
Huh?
What do you mean the lens is crooked? I'm just basically gonna get pictures of everything in here.
Well, back up, just pan it across very slowly.
I did that already.
Yes, it is. Huh? I hear radio. Oh, I see the Mr. Fusion backing. I was right, it is just fiberglass. It's the old one from the first movie, it looks like. There's two of them. There's another one. Huh? No, another backing. Right there. I can't see it. It's next to it. Right there. Can you get in that? They've all got those futuristic license plates too. Gotta get down out of here. Huh? One way is through this window right here. Second way is through this padlocked door right there. You take this, go out, hide behind one of these Sarah Cromwell things, and get the visage of Hill Valley that way. Okay, but stay back over here in the shadows. I'm going to go on the front and look. Still going. So just stay over here behind one of these piano over here. Did you turn this on? Yes. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't recording any of that. Something inside.
our research department. And inside of our research department, we have lots of different encyclopedias and picture books and other aids to help us out in dressing up the set authentically. In the movie Back to the Future, it took us quite a long time to transform our set of Hill Valley to look like 1955. It took about 2 months of our crew's work outside in our backlot area. They had to use special aging processes on the buildings to make those buildings look a lot older than they were. And even down to the smallest license plate that they had on the cars, everything had to be authentic to the time period that we were depicting. In the backs of these sets, we store lots of lights that we use for nighttime shooting, as well as other props and picture cars. You're going to see props all over the Universal lot. We store them all over the place, not only inside of our warehouse. That's because we never throw anything out. We can always use it for another TV show or motion picture. Well, folks, right now we're about to take a trip into the future. That is, we're visiting Courthouse Square in the town of Hill Valley from the movie Back to the Future. You may recognize this courthouse on the driver's side of the tram. That's where lightning struck back in 1955. Now, things may look a little bit different to you. That's because Hill Valley is dressed up for a sequel to Back to the Future Part 2. You may remember that in the middle of the courthouse square on the driver's side of the tram, there was a parking lot in the original Back to the Future. But in the year 2015, we built a pond to beautify the town. This Texaco station on my side, you'll notice that it is elevated, and that's to accommodate all the flying cars in the future. The ramp that's built right onto the driver's side of the tram, that's an aerial skyway, the freeway for flying cars. Now, you'll be able to see the finished product in the movie Back to the Future Part 2, which stars Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd. They'll be out in a theater near you around Thanksgiving. And before Hill Valley was dressed up for Back to the Future Part 2, we've shot lots of different motion pictures in this area because usually when it's in its natural, undecorated state, it's a perfect small town setting. For example, the courthouse square was in the movie Gremlins, which was a Warner Brothers production, and we used the courthouse right over there in To Kill a Mockingbird with Gregory Peck. On this part of the back lot, Touchstone Pictures was just here at Universal Studios, and they wrapped up production of a movie called Dick Tracy, which will star Warren Beatty and Madonna. Warren Beatty is starring in that motion picture and also directing it. And there'll be lots of guest star appearances from stars like Faye Dunaway, Janet Jackson, Jack Nicholson, Tom Cruise. You'll be seeing all of those stars in that upcoming motion picture. Sometimes, folks, it is very necessary to build an entire exterior set or facade like you see out here inside of an actual working soundstage. And that's where we're taking you right now. So if you get your cameras ready with your flashes, I think you're all going to be in for a big surprise.